This is not a real survey. This is not market research. This is not asking your friends and family because they'll lie to you. They will say it's a great idea just to be nice. But that one lie has killed more businesses than competition has ever. And I'm going to show you the real test, the one real founders use before they build anything. At the end, I'll show you a true story. A guy with zero money got his first paying client in less than a single day. So let's go. Here is the hard truth. Most people validate their idea by Googling it. They search, is this business is profitable? If one blog post says yes, then they think they're ready. That's not the proof. That's just a hope. Other people spend weeks for building a website, they design a logo, they write a business plan, and then they do all before talking to one real customer. That feels like work, but it's not. It's hiding. It's fear wearing a business suit. Here is the real definition of validation. A real person gives you the real money or a real promise for your idea. Not sounds cool? Not, I would probably buy that. A real yes backed by a real action. Until that happens, you don't have a business idea, you have a guess, and guesses die quickly. No one even notices. So, how do you turn your guess into a real idea, a real yes, in one single day? Here is one. There are 5 steps, one single day. Let's break it down. This is not something I made up. This is the real science. Top business schools teach a version of this. It's called the lean starter method. And even Y Combinator uses this exact model to test every startup they fund. So does almost every top MBA program in the world. Step number one, write one sentence and it takes just 30 minutes. Before you talk to anyone, you need one sentence even a 10 to 15-year-old can understand. Use this. For example, I help college students land their internship within the first 30 days. That's it. If you can't say it in the one single line, you don't even understand your own idea yet. So go and fix that first. Because most people skip this step and then they wonder why no one gets and what's they're selling. Step number two, find the 10 real people and it takes just 1 hour. Not an audience, not a target market. 10 real named humans. Go to LinkedIn or Instagram or WhatsApp groups, go to Reddit, go where your people hangs out. Write down the 10 names of the people who you know facing the exact problem. This is where people get lazy. They say my audience is young entrepreneurs. That's not a person, that's a label. You just need Rahul, who just quit his job and has no plan. You just need some girl named Priya who has a skill but no way to sell it. Real names, real people, 10 of them. Every serious accelerator, including Y Combinators, makes founders do this before they write one line of code. Step number three, have a honest talk. It takes around 2 to 3 hours of your time and message each person or call them directly. Don't sell, just listen. Ask 3 questions. Question number one, have you ever dealt with this problem? Question number two, what have you already tried? And question number three, if someone solved this for you completely, what would be that worth? Okay. Listen more than you talk. Write down what they say. And here is the part nobody tells you. If they already spent money trying to fix this problem, that's your green light. That means the pain is real. And if people pay to make that pain go away, but if they say, I have never really thought about it, then it's a red flag. A problem people don't think about is a problem they won't pay to fix. This interview style has a name. It's called the mom test. A researcher named Dobbin Fitzpatrick wrote a full book on it. The rule is simple. Ask about their past. Ask about real actions. Never ask for their opinion on your idea because opinions are not proofs. What people say and what people actually do are the two different things. This gap shows up again and again in the market studies. That's why talk is cheap, actions are proof. And step number four, make a simple offer and ask money. This is the step number two. Now build the simplest version of your offer. Not a product, not a course, or not an app. Just a promise, just a price. and a deadline. Let's take an example. I'll personally help you to land over your first freelance client within the next 2 weeks. We work one on one and it costs around 2000 rupees, let's say. And I only have three spots. Are you in? This is the example I would ask. And send this to all your 10 people. If two out of the 10 people say yes and actually ready to pay, then your idea is actually validated. That's really a 20% yes rate from cold messages. That's really huge. That means you have something real. If nobody pays, your idea needs to be changed. And you just saved yourself 6 months. Step number five, deliver first and perfect later. If someone has paid, help them right now. Give them more than they have expected. Don't build a fancy system first. Don't write a curriculum. Don't design this pretty slides. Get on a call, send a voice note, solve their problem today itself. That win you create for that first customer become your proof, and that proof becomes your marketing. That marketing brings you the next 10 customers. The loop has started. The business is real. You validated it in the 24 hours with zero money spent. This rule is simple. Build the smallest version that solves the real problem. Nothing more. And I'll tell you a true story. And let me tell you how this exactly work in the real life. Let's meet Arjun. He's 22-year-old. He's an engineering student. He has no money. He has no audience on the social media. But he was really good at cracking job interview questions. But he didn't build a course. He didn't start a YouTube channel. He didn't even have to make a website. He just posted one message in five of his WhatsApp groups of final year students. And that message said, I am helping three people crack their campus placement interviews this week. You get a 1 hour mock interview and a full feedback, and it just cost 500 rupees. DM me if you want him. And 3 hours later, surprisingly, he had seven replies. And 6 hours later, he got four people paid. And after 18 hours, he had 2000 rupees in his bank account. And four sessions has booked. He didn't validate it with a survey. He didn't validate with a huge research. He just validated with the cash. That one WhatsApp message became his first business. It later grew into a full placement coaching service. It started with one message and 18 hours. That's real validation. It's simple when you stop overthinking and start moving. These are the three signs your idea is not validated. Red flag number one, everyone loves it, but nobody pays for it. Love is free, money is real. If 10 people said it's an amazing idea, but zero people paid, that idea is not validated. It's completely a full stop. People are bad at predicting their own future actions. Only money tells the truth. And red flag number two, only people who won't buy it are excited. Your parents are proud and your friends thinks it's pretty cool. And but none of them are your customers. Keep that in your mind. The people who would actually pay aren't excited. The market isn't there yet. And red flag number three, you're solving a problem that you have invented. This one is really brutal. Let me tell you why. Sometimes we fall in love with our solution before we find a real problem in the market. So ask yourself, did I find this problem in the real world or did I invent it in my head? If you invented it, it's not a business, it's a hobby. Kill it in the early stage. Save your energy for an idea that market is already begging for. And here is what I want you to remember. Validation is not just a business tactic. It's about mindset. The most successful founders like Nikhil Kamath, these kind of people don't fall in love with their idea. They fall in love with the problem because problems don't change, ideas do. When you love the problem, you'll test, adapt, pivot until you find the right fix. So before your next business idea, don't ask, is this a good idea? Ask, is this a real problem? And will people pay to solve it? And answer that in the next 24 hours. Then you have to build. Here is what we covered today. Why most validations is fake and what real validation looks like. The 5 step 24 hours framework, promise, people, conversion, offer, deliver. Like, and I also told you that Arjun story from zero to his first customer in 18 hours. And the three red flags that tell you to kill an idea before it kills your time. So you have gotten the idea now. You have validated it. So what's next? What do you do on the day one after someone pays you? How do you price yourself without underselling? And how do you get your first 100 customers without spending on ads?